Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Democracy 3. My name, of course, is Obita Potato, and we are continuing as the UK. Now, today's episode, we're going to go for 5 likes. I think we can get there, so go smash that like button, and yeah, let's get started. Let's get stuck in. Right, so we had a very, very successful episode last time. And now we only have one red dot, and that red dot is going down. With the decrease of the food price, which is rather rapid, I might add, we should start to see a decrease in obesity. Now, let's go through the list of problems here and why it's not going too well. So the food price, right, was mainly impacted by the fact that there was a water shortage. Now, the water shortage has currently ended, or has now ended, and now is slowly decreasing. So that is what's going to bring the price of the food down. In addition to this, the synthetic meat research is being rolled out. That takes 12 turns to implement, and so overall, we're going to see a marked decrease in the food price. In fact, very, very quick, I would think, actually. So that is going to be great. That's going to be really, really good. What else have we got to do? Well, the environment has been very much improved over the last couple of turns. We were here, which was pretty darn low, but look, we've pulled it back, thanks due to car emission limits. What else? Pretty much that's it, I think, isn't it? The clean fuel subsidy, that was a recently introduced policy as well. So, you know, we've been doing a lot of stuff for the environment over the last couple of turns, and that's looking pretty good. Technological advantage, that's great. That's really, really good. High productivity, that has been with us for a long time, and it's boosting GDP, self-employed people, and capitalists. Everybody's super happy with us. And of course, we have weather prediction technology, which is, for all intents and purposes, useless. Yeah, it's pretty useless. Let's go and have a quick look at the Mars program. See how much that's been implemented. So that reduces unemployment overall by almost 20%, which is nice. It takes 26 turns to implement, so we still haven't implemented that yet. That's all right. We can deal with that. Our space program is well, we've got a space station orbiting the planet, which is lovely. That's really, really good. When is the next election, actually? 9 turns away. 9 turns away, and I reckon we can probably get rid of obesity in 9 turns. That's going to be the aim, to have a blemish-free country by the next general election. Unemployment. Wow! Wow, look at unemployment. Unemployment is low. Very, very low. That's awesome. That's really, really good. Nothing to complain about there. That is going down. That's going down hard. GDP. How's GDP looking, actually? It's not looking so good. It's not looking too great at all. We could probably... How much is the carbon tax bringing us in? We could probably get rid of this. In fact, no, we can't. Because that's keeping CO2 emissions down. And CO2 emissions are very important for the environment. Yeah, so CO2 emissions are pretty low. Although, the carbon tax would be one to get rid of. 0% carbon tax. I sort of want to do that. I sort of want to just cancel the policy. I mean, money's not really the problem. Although, actually, it is becoming a little bit more of a problem. We've got a £50 billion gap between our income and our expenditure. But obviously, that is currently being bridged by the fact that we have, you know, an absolute ton of reserves. And, you know, let's be fair, it's going to take a long time. Doing quick, it's going to take 50 turns before we actually run out of the reserves we have. And that's assuming that our GDP doesn't improve by anything, or the global economy doesn't improve. Global economy is currently at rock bottom, I think. So, that's terrible. That's really, really bad. But, you know, obviously there's a lot of stuff that goes into GDP. And yeah, there's a heck of a lot of stuff that goes into GDP. I mean, just look at that. Look at that indeed. But I do sort of feel that we could probably cancel the carbon tax. It is reducing GDP as well, which would be good if we could reduce it. And I don't know why. Why do environmentalists Why do environmentalists like this, even if there's a 0% carbon tax? That just does not make any sense. I don't know. Should we live dangerously? Should we live dangerously and just cancel it? I think we should. Let's do it. Let's do it. We've done it now. So this could lead to a big decrease in income for one, which it has done, and it could also lead to us entirely messing up the environment, which would not be great. But hopefully that won't happen, and it will just continue, and it will probably help unemployment actually, which would be even better. Nothing much to complain about. Euthanasia. Should we legalize euthanasia? Yeah, why not? I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? The Conservatives and the Liberals, they both love us a lot, so that's a great place to be. Obesity is ending next turn. Wow, wow, wow. This is big. This is big for us. Let's see if there's any policies that we can introduce. I don't really think there's much that we can do. National service. I'm not surprised that is fairly unpopular. Compulsory work for the unemployed? No. Rent controls. Rent controls are pretty popular. Winter fuel subsidy? No. Not much, to be honest, that we could do. Rural development grants. Nah, I don't think we need that. Technology grants? Don't think we need that either. To be honest, there's nothing really much we need at all. The death penalty. We could introduce the death penalty. So I'm surprised that has a 35% support rate. Yeah, that does not surprise me at all. That does surprise me, should I say? Gambling. That looks like we could legalize that. But I don't really want to. I don't think we really feel the need to do that. I think that's fine, to be honest. What's our threat assessment like? Oh, it's tiny. Absolutely tiny. Wow. That's great. Okay, obesity is ending next turn. Let's go and end that right now. Okay, legalize euthanasia. Yep, let's legalize it. Make the Liberals a tad more happy with us. That's nice. Click to return to government. Ministerial scandal. Oh no, people don't like us. That's really not a concern for me at the moment. Tobacco usage. That is a bit too high. Can we try and get that down a little bit? Maybe a bit more? Yeah, let's raise it a little bit, get tobacco usage down, and obesity. Wow, we've definitely got that under control. That's awesome. Unemployment is continuing to fall. We're approaching zero, and we're still developing this Mars program. So obviously, we've got another 10% decrease in unemployment scheduled with this Mars program, which is awesome. And you know that gets us closer to our Mars base, which is always nice. Now let's see if we can try and boost up equality. What could we get rid of? Private pensions. Private pensions are not really a big deal, are they? We could kill private pensions off through that, or is there a policy that we can kill private pensions off with? There is a couple of things that we could do, isn't there? It's in economy. Maybe it's in public services. Yeah, it's in public services. So ban private education, ban private healthcare. Both of these would be very, very popular, and we could probably introduce them next turn if we wanted to. And that would help us boost up equality by quite a bit. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't, because private healthcare and... what was it? Private healthcare and something else. Education, healthcare, education, and education. Yeah, that's it. We can't really do anything about that. So that's not really a problem. When I say we can't really do anything about that, that's not really an issue for us. I mean, we need to find a way of getting rid of private housing and private pensions, both of which involve spending more from the state pocket. And if we do that, then we end up losing even more than we currently have. The global economy is just not picking up. So we can't risk spending any more money. Even though ideally we would boost up state pensions and we would boost up state housing. So that's a little bit of a problem for us, but at the same time, not too concerned. We could see that egalitarian society. That would be nice if we did. That'd be awesome. Technology is ever in the increase. That's awesome. That's really good. Yeah, it's just leading to loads of good stuff for us. It is increasing unemployment a little bit. That's not something that is too good, but at the same time, hey ho. Okay, what about this? Internet currency adoption. Middle earnings. Why are middle earnings so low? They shouldn't be that low. Private housing and private pensions, both of which we're going to eradicate soon. Hopefully, anyway. That's the plan. If the global economy actually, dusts itself off and picks itself up off its knees, is in a deep recession. I don't think deep recession goes far enough, buddy. We're losing a lot of money every turn. We're losing a lot of money. We're going to have to boost up income tax. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to boost it up a little bit. I say a little bit. That's quite a lot. We're going to boost it up. We don't really have a choice. Just to sort of plug that hole. Because at the moment we don't really want to be losing an absolute ton of money. That is going to reduce equality a little bit. But at the same time, I don't really care. That would just be a bonus if we could get egalitarian society. So that's not too much of a problem. We have a budget surplus of 11 billion, so it looks like we did indeed plug that hole. However, the global economy is still flatlining. I've never seen this before. 6 turns or so that looks like it's been. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 turns of flatlining. That's not great. That is not good at all. That's just terrible, really. That's just really, really bad. Is there anything else we can introduce? Corporation tax, I would imagine that's probably quite popular. We're quite a socialist-leaning country at the moment. Internet currency taxation. I don't think we really want to do that. I think we sort of want to push for internet currency adoption. That's going up sort of fast-ish. But at the same time, we could be doing more to help it. Yeah. Okay, that's no problem. Okay, let's go for it. Corporate manslaughter bill, pass the bill. Yep, let's go to the next turn, and hopefully we'll see the general election this episode, or maybe not. Actually, we might see it at the start of the next episode. I do not know. GDP has been boosted by a tiny little scientific discovery, and look at this. This is the sign of life from the global economy. This is what's going to signal recovery for us. And look at how elastic our GDP is. That's just absolutely fantastic. From that tiny little scientific discovery and that little boost in the global economy, we have really pulled it back. I would expect to see a large increase in our income next turn, or maybe the turn after that, just to let things settle down. Wow, we're doing pretty good. We have a lot of patriots. We have a heck of a lot of patriots. Expenditure is still less than our income. That's good. That is really, really good. Equality is going up, surprisingly. Like, I'm very, very surprised by this. But hey-ho, doesn't really matter. Click to return to government. We will do that. Fracking, we are going to allow fracking. Why not? It doesn't really matter for us at this stage in the game. We're still in a recession, but at the same time, just look at that increase. That's really, really good. Unfortunately, our global economy. What am I on about? Our GDP has seemed to be flatlining. We're still not back to pre-crash levels. We still have a while more to go. I think maybe 4, 5, 6 more turns. Maybe indeed to the general election. That might be how long it takes us to sort of, or probably longer than that actually, to recover our lost GDP. That's not too much of a problem though, and I'm sure we'll tackle that if we get elected next time. I mean, let's just go and have a quick look at our popularity. Wow, our current value is 97.45%. Yeah, we're doing hella good. We're doing really good. We are doing really, really good. We are very, very popular. That's awesome actually. That's really, really good. Airport expansion, yeah, we're going to allow that. Carbon could be a little bit of a problem, but it's not, so that's fine. We're still running a budget surplus of around 30 billion. Wow, look at that. Our GDP has jumped up. One more turn like that, and that would be the highest GDP I think I've ever seen. So that'll be good. And next turn is gonna be what it's all about. So hopefully you'll tune in next time, and you can see the general election, and yeah, it'll be good fun. It's always good fun here on my channel. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, my name's been Obert Potato. We were aiming for 4 likes, I think. I think 4 likes on this video, but if we could make it 5, that would be even better. Make me a happy guy. Okay, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.